Imagine a world where you can effortlessly connect with anyone, inspire trust, and influence others without conflict. That's the promise of Dale Carnegie's timeless classic, How to Win Friends and Influence People, first published in 1936, and still profoundly relevant today. This book, born from Carnegie's years of teaching public speaking and human relations, has sold over 30 million copies, guiding people to build stronger relationships and lead with empathy. In the next 15 minutes, we'll journey through its core principles, weaving together Carnegie's wisdom into a cohesive narrative that you can apply to your personal and professional life. Let's dive into the art of winning friends and influencing people with sincerity and respect. Asterisk at the heart of Carnegie's philosophy is understanding human nature. People are driven by pride, ego, and a deep desire to feel important. The first key to connecting with others is to avoid criticism, condemnation, or complaints. Harsh words rarely change behavior. Instead, they breed resentment. Carnegie tells the story of Abraham Lincoln, who learned to avoid criticizing others after nearly provoking a duel in his youth. Instead of pointing out flaws, Lincoln focused on understanding why people act the way they do. For example, when dealing with a difficult colleague, rather than scolding them, try to see their perspective if they're stressed or misunderstood. This empathy disarms defensiveness and opens the door to cooperation. Next, Carnegie emphasizes giving honest and sincere appreciation. People crave recognition, not flattery, which feels hollow. He shares the story of Charles Schwab, a steel magnate who motivated his workers by praising their strengths, making them feel valued. When you notice someone's effort, say a coworker's creative idea or a friend's kindness, acknowledge it genuinely. This simple act can transform relationships. Finally, to influence others, arouse an eager want in them. Carnegie quotes Henry Ford, "If there is any one secret of success, it lies in the ability to get the other person's point of view and see things from that person's angle as well as from your own." For instance, if you're pitching an idea, frame it in terms of what the other person values, whether it's saving time, gaining recognition, or solving a problem. By aligning your goals with their desires, you create a win-win dynamic. Asterisk building. On this foundation, Carnegie offers 6 ways to make people like you, starting with genuine interest in others. He famously said, "You can make more friends in 2 months by becoming interested in other people than you can in 2 years by trying to get other people interested in you." Ask questions about their lives, listen intently, and show curiosity about their passions. Carnegie recounts how Theodore Roosevelt won over even the humblest workers by remembering details about their lives. A simple, "How's your project going?" or "Tell me about your weekend" can make someone feel valued. Asterisk smiling is another powerful tool. A warm, genuine smile signals friendliness and openness, as Carnegie illustrates with the story of a dog's unconditional affection. People are drawn to those who radiate warmth. Remembering and using someone's name is equally crucial. Carnegie notes that a person's name is the sweetest and most important sound in any language. When you meet someone new, repeat their name, associate it with a mental image, and use it in conversation. This small effort makes them feel special. Asterisk being a good listener is next. Carnegie advises encouraging others to talk about themselves, as people love sharing their stories. He tells of a businessman who won a contract by listening patiently to a client's grievances, letting them feel heard. Talking in terms of the other person's interests follows closely. If you know someone loves gardening, ask about their favorite plants or share a relevant tip. Finally, make others feel important. Compliment their strengths, acknowledge their contributions, and avoid insincere flattery. These actions create a magnetic pull, drawing people to you naturally. Asterisk to influence others' thinking. Carnegie provides 12 strategies, starting with avoiding arguments. He explains that winning an argument often loses goodwill, as people cling to their pride. Instead, show respect for others' opinions and never say, "You're wrong." If you must disagree, do so subtly, as Carnegie illustrates with Benjamin Franklin, who learned to soften his approach by saying, "I may be mistaken, but I see it this way." Admitting your own mistakes quickly also builds trust. Carnegie shares how he once apologized for a scheduling error, Earning his team's respect. Begin conversations in a friendly way, even when addressing issues. For example, before discussing a missed deadline, ask about a colleague's recent success to set a positive tone. Get the other person saying yes early by finding common ground. Carnegie describes how Socrates used questions to guide people to agreement, avoiding resistance. Let others feel the ideas, as Carnegie tells of a manager who planted a suggestion and let his team take credit, boosting morale. Appeal to noble motives like fairness or duty and dramatize your ideas with vivid stories or examples to make them compelling. When correcting someone, do so indirectly. Instead of saying, "You made a mistake," try, "I've done this myself, here's what I learned." Talk about your own mistakes first to show humility, and ask questions instead of giving orders. For instance, instead of "fix this report," say, "Do you think this section could be clearer?" This approach preserves pride and encourages cooperation. Carnegie also advises letting others save face, praising every improvement, and making challenges seem achievable to inspire action. For leaders, Carnegie's 9 principles focus on changing people without arousing resentment. Start with praise and appreciation, even when giving feedback. A manager might say, "You've done great work on this project, let's tweak one area." Call attention to mistakes indirectly, perhaps by sharing a similar error you made. Asking questions rather than issuing orders fosters creativity. For example, "What do you think about trying this approach?" Empowers others. Let people save face by avoiding public criticism, and praise every small improvement to build confidence. Make faults seem easy to correct by breaking tasks into manageable steps, and make others happy about doing what you suggest by tying it to their goals. Carnegie shares the story of a leader who inspired a team by framing a tough project as a chance to shine. Throughout, sincerity is key. Manipulative tactics backfire. Carnegie's principles work because they're rooted in empathy and respect, creating genuine connections that benefit everyone. How to Win Friends and Influence People is more than a self-help book. It's a guide to navigating human relationships with kindness and understanding. Whether you're leading a team, building friendships, or influencing decisions, Carnegie's advice boils down to seeing things from others' perspectives, showing genuine appreciation, and fostering mutual respect. As you apply these principles, you'll notice people responding to you with warmth and trust. Start small, smile, listen, use someone's name, and watch how these simple acts transform your interactions. Carnegie's wisdom, drawn from stories of Lincoln, Roosevelt, and everyday people, remains a beacon for anyone seeking to connect and lead effectively. Now, go out and make someone's day a little brighter.